This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
We're going to be ranking every single Uchiha in terms of strength. This guy, I'll give him a C tier. Like, he's never really appeared anywhere except for a filler flashback. But apparently he does have a Mangekyou Sharingan and was capable of using Izanagi. Oh, right. Fugaku, I'll give him a B tier. He was the leader of the Uchiha clan 4 years before the start of the series. And he was one of the candidates to be the 4th Hokage. Of course, Minato beat him to that. His quote-unquote rival to Minato. He would have been a much better Hokage than Orochimaru, who was the other candidate. There's the filler episode where Fugaku has a Mangekyou. If he does have a Mangekyou, obviously he is more powerful. This girl's F tier, like, what the hell? Izuna, I think he's a fair B tier as well. If we assume both of them had the Mangekyou Sharingan, of course, Izuna has a canon Mangekyou Sharingan, Fugaku's more finicky. Izuna was fighting against Tobirama every other week. He was an Uchiha in the Warring States period, which isn't an easy thing, and he survived until adulthood. He died at 24 years old to Tobirama. Well, kinda. He didn't die immediately after Tobirama hit him, but he collapsed to his wounds afterwards and gave his eyes to Madara. We don't know exactly what were his Mangekyou abilities. It's safe to assume he probably unlocked his Susanoo, but we don't know what he could do. So we can only speculate, and I think putting him in the same tier of strength as Fugaku is pretty fair. Mikoto, probably a D tier. Not the most powerful. We don't see her fighting in any moment of the series. We don't even know if she has the Sharingan, but she is stated to be a Jonin. I'll put her in D tier. I think it's a fair tier for Mikoto. These guys, I'll just put them together in the same rank here with the Izanami flashback guys. I really thought these were like the same person. I have no clue what their names are. Okay, the old lady here, I don't know who she is. like, I literally have no idea. So I'll put him in F tier. Obito. Okay, we don't have all versions of Obito, but this particular version, I'll put her in, I think S tier. It's probably a fair position for him. With the Rinnegan and Kamui, he's really powerful. He also had the Jinchurikis at his disposal in this state. To Itachi, I'll put in a solid A tier. Solid A tier. This is Akatsuki Itachi. He's definitely not at his peak. Then again, he has Amaterasu. He has Tsukiyomi, two abilities that are potential one-shots against almost anyone in the verse. And then he has his Susanoo with a Totsuka Blade and the Yata Mirror. Two extremely powerful tools. The Yata Mirror can kind of block everything. It is stated that it can block anything because it can adapt to the attack's element or just characteristic. So, for instance, if you're attacking it with a fire style attack, it will just turn into a fire style shield and block that way. If you think about it, like, a fire style attack's not going to do anything to a Susanoo. So the question is, can it block something like particle style, which we saw could just obliterate Susanoo's? That will be much more powerful. We don't see that though. And he also has Totsuka Blade, which is an extremely powerful weapon that can seal anyone for eternity. But those things can be dealt with by more powerful characters such as Obito. So he goes to A tier. Okay, Sara, the easiest F tier of all time. Do you guys remember, like, when she was gonna fight Kawaki, when Kawaki intercepted Boruto and she shoots a fireball at Kawaki? Okay, not the most sound idea. First, because Kawaki has karma and he can absorb it. Second, because Kawaki has Sakuna Hikona and he can shrink it. So, like, the fireball is not gonna work on him. But then again, she fights against Kawaki, you know, the most important battle of her life, and it was like the briefest of exchanges, and she doesn't activate her Sharingan. Like, she's the worst Uchiha ever. Why would you not activate your Sharingan when you're fighting against the guy that wants to kill your crush? It makes no sense. And then she awakens her Mangekyou Sharingan because, oh, she's so sad now. Sasuke, daddy, please help me. I'm sad. So, easiest F tier of them all. Setsuna Uchiha, easy A tier. Very powerful Uchiha from the times of the second Hokage. Do you guys want me to make a video about Setsuna one day? Most of you guys probably don't even know who this guy is, because he's pretty obscure, but Setsuna is powerful, dude. Shisui, C tier. Koto Matsukami is the most overrated ability in the series. Like, they broke Mifune out just by telling, hey, Mifune, hey man, you're under a genjutsu. Oh, am I? Danzo, you naughty boy, you put me under a genjutsu. So, yeah, not exactly peak power. This guy, don't know. Tajima, easy A tier above Itachi. He was a leader of the Uchiha clan during the Warring States period. If there's a tough time for you to be the leader of the Uchiha clan, it's gonna be during the Warring States period when the Uchiha clan is fighting a multi-front war against the Senjus, the Uzumakis, the Hyugas, every single clan that you can think of. They were all fighting each other, and the Uchihas were prime targets because they were so powerful and their eyes were so dangerous. So we gotta kill them Uchihas. You're gonna find out how he dies in the rewrite. It's gonna be interesting. I have no clue who this guy is. F tier, above Sarada, because at least he is useful. He like cleans the village, the Uchiha neighborhood. He has like a store or something, some type of commerce. Kagami Uchiha. I'll give him a C tier. We don't know what he does. Isn't he Shisui's father or grandfather, or is that a fan theory? I know people say he is, and he's definitely related to Shisui, but I don't remember exactly how related he was to him. But we never see him do anything. I mean, he was in Tobirama's squad with Hiruzen, Danzo, and the counselors. We don't know his abilities, so I'll put him a C tier. Throw him a bone. This guy, I'll also put him in C tier. Like, he was one shot by Itachi just punching him pretty badly, but then again, not the most powerful dude. Okay, she goes to F tier too, right next to her husband. Like, at least they were useful moving the economy of the Leaf Village. Sarada is absolutely useless for everything. And then we have Madara Uchiha. He goes in the SS category. Strongest Uchiha of all time, became the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails, cast the Infinite Tsukiyomi, almost succeeded if it wasn't for plot. You know, Kishimoto didn't know how to beat him. No, this is like a stupid excuse. It was Shonen Jump that forced Kishimoto to ruin his own series, introducing Kage and Zetsu there in the end. I'll never not be salty about that. Madara was done dirty, but he was the strongest Uchiha ever.
Before we continue, I'd like to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace, which is the best tool out there for you to create your own website. Squarespace makes the process of making your website much easier than you expect. You don't have to hire someone that knows code, you don't have to do anything like that, you just have to log in their website, and their tool allows you to create websites with professional quality. And the tools that are available to you are easy to use and very intuitive. They have several templates for you to choose from. You can customize your website exactly how you want. It doesn't matter what you want the website for. You can be a blogger, you can be an artist wanting to spread your art around the world, sell your things on the website, they can do all that stuff. So go to Squarespace right now and you can get a free trial for a month, and then when you're ready to launch your website, head to squarespace.com/Diagonite to get 10% off. Now let's get back to the video.
Don't have any clue who this guy is. Sasuke, now Burrito Sasuke goes in F tier below Sarada because he has no chakra, like he can't ignite a single Chidori. But if we're talking about the Sasuke and Naruto Shippuden that fought against Yubidara and then Naruto in the Valley of the End, he would go in S tier just below Madara. His strongest form ever was the Indra Susanoo form. That was the strongest Sasuke form. He had to be very nerfed in the Naruto fight. His IQ points were absolutely nerfed. Otherwise, he would have obliterated Naruto. Remember the final clash between Sasuke and Naruto? Sasuke infused his Chidori with Amaterasu. Naruto used the Rasengan. Why did Sasuke did a Chidori there? Of course, it's because it looks good, and the Chidori Rasengan clash is iconic, and the fight had to end in the Chidori Rasengan clash, like it was an obligation. We get that. But if you think about it, if you're in that universe, if you're Sasuke and if you have all his powers, what would be the optimal thing to do in that situation? You wouldn't do a Chidori. You would just use your Preta Path and absorb Naruto's Rasengan completely, just like he did 5 seconds ago, absorbing Naruto's Kurama chakra. And then Naruto wouldn't even have an attack to hit you with. The Rasengan shouldn't work at all with somebody with a Preta Path. We saw how Nagato dealt with the Rasengan when Naruto shoved the Rasengan in him when Nagato was about to extract Naruto's soul, and he didn't even move. He'll just like use the Preta Path, like a Preta Path barrier around him, and Naruto's chakra just fizzled out. And Sasuke, no, I have to use brute force against him. You can expect the Naruto versus Sasuke fight to be very different in the rewrite. This guy, I don't know his name, but he goes in the same C tier. He was one of the guys that was one shot by Itachi's punch. And now, finally, we got to him. And as per usual, we're gonna have to create a new row for Hikaku Uchiha. And because he is just so much more powerful, there's an entire tier of strength that separates him to Madara. Hikaku has the most hacks Mangekyo Sharingan abilities of all time. He was the most talented Uchiha of all time, and he's the most based Uchiha of all time, so he deserves a Hikaku tier.
Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Please like the video as well. It helps me out with the algorithm, and watch this other video right here for more cool Naruto content. Thank you so much for watching, guys.